Okay, I'll try this one more time. I said I would never talk about this again, but I'm going to. It drives me absolutely crazy. So I'm not a map maker. I'm not a topographer. I'm not a navigator. I'm a philosopher. I am a conspiracy theorist that takes the knowledge and takes the understanding and then applies it to the information I'm given. Okay? So you give me words, and then I look at the actions of those words. I look at my actions of the words, and I look at the specialist actions of the words. I look at the map makers, and I look at the teachers, and I take their words, and I see if it mimics the actions. That's all I do. So you say something is true, and then we plug those words in to see if it's true. We plug it in to see if the actions are true. So the issue at hand is the Gleason map. Debunkers like to say that this map is not accurate, and they say it doesn't work. Okay. First and foremost, they say it doesn't work because when you straighten out the meridian lines, of longitude, it gets wider, and it changes the distances of the places on the map, and it's not true to scale, meaning the countries get way bigger. Because what they're doing is they're not using the scale he used. This map was not taken from the globe. They say it was taken from the globe. The globe is taken from this map and distorts this map. So the globe, at the globe's circumference, if you look at any globe, you're going to see a circle around it. What's that? That's the equator. You got the bottom of the ball, you got the top of the ball. Those are the poles. So is the Earth at the equator 25,000 miles in circumference? I believe so. I believe that's what it is. And then I believe it's somewhere around 60,000 miles around the ice wall, around the edge of this Earth. Now, is it a circle or is it a square? I don't know. I just don't know the answers to those questions. Captain Ross and Captain Cook circumnavigated this Earth and got 60,000 miles. Now, there's ways to get 25,000 miles when you go around the equator. But when you go around the edge, you seem to get 60,000 miles. Now, on top of this, let's just look at the issue at hand. Are there any world maps that work? Are there any world maps that work? No, I'm not a topographer, I'm not a map maker, and the debunkers aren't either. So let's go to the experts. What do they say? They say, no, the Mercator map does not work as a world map. That's the one they use in the schools, and you go on any website or you go on any video or you go to any teacher and you go, do the Mercator maps work? And they go, no. On top of that, in World War II, they were saying we're going to lose this war because we don't have a map to show the flight plans to win this war, to show where things are. We're going to lose the war. We're going to lose the war. We're going to lose the war. The truth was they just were hiding this map, and they didn't want to show you that because they knew people were smart enough, and if they rolled out this map, this is the only map that works. And if they showed the flight plans on this work, people go, oh, the Earth is probably flat because people were intelligent. Now people can't understand it. No, you don't have to be intelligent to understand this map. You just have to understand that they're lying. What model are they using? Are they using this map or are they using the globe? They're using this map. This map straightens out the North and the South Pole. If you scale it like Gleason does, it works. Did they use it? Do we have maps that use this map? And do experts say that it's accurate? Yes. And not only do they say that, they say the other maps are misleading. They say the other maps are misleading. The other maps are misleading because they don't put the countries in relation to the poles. Okay. And then you schizophrenics can't handle the fact that then when you're explaining this map, you're scaling it wrong. You're taking longitude and latitude and then plugging it in under longitude and latitude. He didn't scale it with longitude and latitude. He scaled it with longitude and the sun. So now the sun becomes your latitude. And then the longitude are the lines. And the lines stay the same when you blow it up. They say the same distance. You misscale it when you blow it up. You don't blow up the latitude. The latitude is irrelevant because it's not a ball. The longitude just gets straightened out and it stays at the same line, and then you use the sun as it comes by to archive it. That's why you see obelisks all over this world. If you wonder why people have obelisks all over the place and use them as their Capitol building, because that's how they set the calendar. That's how they set the mind. That's how they scale everything. And then they use Egyptian artwork to possess your mind and build pretty buildings so you join their system. And then they hide the map, the real map, and they put this map on the you run the world government. And then they give you the globe that doesn't work and it doesn't navigate for anything. And then you guys don't understand words and say, oh, it doesn't work because we're using our system. This map is not your system. They forced him to say it was a projection of the globe. The word projection just means to mirror onto something, to put onto something. And he said, yes, that's what I'm doing, but it's a perfect projection because it's not a spinning ball. Antarctica goes all the way around this Earth. The reason why Australia and New Zealand get so much money from the Antarctic Treaty is because they're right there. They're right by the ice wall. They're right there. Australia's getting like 800 million. Australia's getting 800 million for the Antarctic Treaty. Let's read the article here. Let's see here. In 2022 it came out. And let's see where they're spending the money. So 136 million will be spent on inland traverse capability, charting and mapping, mobile stations. 60 million will be spent on drone fleets. 35 million for long-range helicopters, and 14 million will be spent on transport. Sounds like to guard the ice wall. New Zealand is getting like almost 300 million for Antarctica. They're giving money to South Africa probably because it's right there. They give the countries that are close to the ice wall the money for Antarctica. Argentina gets a bunch. Australia gets a bunch. South Africa gets a bunch. And New Zealand. Okay. So one more issue is the flight. The flight from Perth or the flight from Sydney to Johannesburg. So they used to say the flight was 3 hours because they would go over Antarctica. That's what Mick West said. He's the original debunker, and that's what he said. It just isn't true. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Now they're saying there's a flight that goes, it's a direct flight, and it's 6,000 miles, about 15-hour flight. Now, there is one that goes into the Northern Hemisphere. It either goes to LA or it goes to North Africa, and then it goes to Johannesburg. And it's around 15 hours. It's a 6,000 mile flight. That sounds about right. Now, the one that they're saying happens is it hooks. So it hooks along your ice wall here and hooks all the way around. And the flight just doesn't exist. That's just the cold hard facts. You won't find anybody that's bought that. You will see it on Google and you will see it come available, and then you'll see it get canceled. It just never happened. They don't want you. I don't know how far it is. The main reason it doesn't happen is because they don't want you seeing the ice wall. They don't want you flying along the ice wall. It just never happened. People that say it's happened, they're just lying. They just want it to happen because they want this to be a globe so bad. This globe just doesn't work in every circumstance. You can take a flat plane and turn it into a ball, but what you can't do with that ball is do anything rational. People that are rational understand this. People that want to steal people's energy and don't care if things aren't true in order to have this great emotional experience in life, don't care that they're wrong. They just want they just want to rule over people. They just want to suck your energy. They just want to suck your soul. That's why you see these debunkers still using this stupid argument that this map isn't accurate. It has 2 patents, it has governments, and it has every geological survey saying, yeah, actual distance maps, azimuthals they're just the only maps that work. You won't find any expert that says this map isn't perfect. It's absolutely perfect. The people that say it's not perfect are schizophrenic debunkers that don't know anything about topography. Now, I don't have to know anything about topography to be right or wrong in this issue. I just follow the information. He got 2 patents. It's been used during World War II. Map makers say it's right. And then when you are scaling it, and when I said, well, how did you get your scale for the miles to be different? You said, well, you're using latitude. You're using longitude and latitude. And nowhere on this map you're going to see latitude. You see the sun, and you see longitude. And I'm done. I'm done with this topic. Go Buffalo and go Alex Gleason. The map's correct. Oh, and if you do want more information on this map, Terry from Flat Earth Truth, shout out to him. He's done a lot of great work on this map. Flat Earth Banjo's done a lot of great work on this map. And Brian's Logic, he's a friend of the Daniel Show. He's done a lot of great work on this map as well. So if you want more from a map maker's perspective, more of a breakdown, check out their pages. But just from a simple words to actions, the words to actions say that this map is accurate. You guys are wrong. You're just lying. And if the map doesn't work, then show a map that works. Show a map that works. You don't have a map that works. This map is not a true projection of the globe because it doesn't use latitude. It uses longitude and it uses the sun. The latitude on this map is wrong. When you guys scale it with latitude and you scale it with longitude, it is distorting the size. And you're doing that to discredit the map. The map works because they use it. The map does not use latitude, and when you don't have a globe, you don't need to scale it with latitude. You scale it with the sun, and you scale it with straight lines off of north. And you'll get your distances later when you make your local maps. You use this to show where they are in relationship to the rest of the world. And this map works as a world map. This is not a local map. And then when you project it, you keep the longitude, you keep the longitude at the same line. And then you keep the sun because the sun's always, and then you use that as a scale. And it works. They know where the sun is at all times, guys. They know they're sun worshippers. They're sun worshippers. That's why there's sundials all over this world. But they just don't want you to know that because they don't want you to know the nature of your reality. The nature of your reality is that the earth is flat.